everyone, welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new to my channel, my name is Bree, and fun fact about me, the Bible on Netflix has become one of my favorite series. If you are not familiar with the Bible, basically what it is it explains itself. It is a mini series that consists of 10 episodes where they break down the Bible and just kind of share really key points of the Bible and how it led to Jesus's resurrection. If you're into something like that, if you're bored and you're really looking for a new series to start, you're gonna be able to breeze through it really quickly. We did. We were able to get through it within like 2 to 3 days. It is a little gory, so take note of that, but there's no cursing, so that's always a bonus. But today's video, I'm gonna do something a little different with my declutter. Normally when you see my declutter series, you don't see my face for one, but I actually go through my collection and I show you everything. But instead of doing that, I am actually going to be showing you the items that I'm going to be decluttering and explaining to you why I'm decluttering them from my collection. I have a huge box of items that I'm getting rid of. I am not a fan of these items whatsoever, and instead of trying to project pan them or just keep them in my collection and see if I can use them in a different way, I'm getting rid of them. Let's hop into this declutter. Here we go. If you love any of these items, please don't think that this is a reflection on you. This is just my opinion. Some things work for me, some things don't. For example, there's an eyeshadow that everyone covets and loves, and I hate it. I absolutely hate it. So we'll dive into that later on. But the first thing I'm going to talk about is the Beauty and the Beast Lorac palette. Unpopular opinion, I did not like the Beauty and the Beast movie. I purchased this before the Beauty and the Beast movie, before I saw it. I wish I had returned it. It is beautiful packaging. It is beautiful. The colors are gorgeous. They are beautiful. I barely even touched them. I am going to be selling this palette. I am not inspired by it. I don't know why I purchased it knowing that I do not like Lorac eyeshadows anymore. I just thought, oh, Beauty and the Beast. Oh, it's limited edition. Oh, I need to get it. Yeah, this is one that I definitely regret purchasing, but I kept it in great condition, and so I will be letting that one go, and hopefully it'll go to a home that someone will really, really enjoy that eyeshadow palette. Next up, I'm getting rid of 2 products that are the exact same. These are the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. One I purchased and then one I got in my BoxyCharm. Now I did pay for BoxyCharm. I no longer subscribe to BoxyCharm. It just honestly to me was a waste of money just because the items that I was getting, half of them were not cruelty free and half of them I was never going to use. So I am grateful that it was only $20 each month, but if you think about it, 12 times 12 is what, 144? You're spending 144 on items that you're possibly not going to love, and that was the case for a lot of the boxes. So I am going to be selling this one because this is a full size, has not been opened, has not been touched. So that is an item that I'm going to sell, and then this one I think I'm going to give away. I barely even used it. It is a beautiful spray, as you can see there. Oh, you know what? It feels so good on the face. It feels so good, but it doesn't do anything. That's the problem, is it feels glorious on the skin, but it doesn't really do anything for my face. It could be in the, oh, now I'm a little torn about this. This is why I hate declutters, because then you go back and forth. Am I really going to declutter it? Am I not? I just have to remind myself, Bree, this doesn't do anything for you. The one that I'm obsessed with is the Urban Decay All Nighter Setting Spray. That one, gem. The Mario Badescu one, that one, great. This one, I do love this spray, but I have to remind myself, it doesn't do anything. It doesn't do anything for me, so yeah, I think that one I'm going to let go. If I don't let go, editing Bree, let me know, but I think I'm for sure letting that one go. Another item that I am getting rid of is the Tarte Tartiste Pro Glow Contour Kit. I am most likely just going to either give it to a friend or I'm just going to toss it. The only reason why I was going to keep this was because of this contour shade. It is gorgeous. I love, love, love this contour shade, but I purchased the Anastasia contour stick and it does wonderfully. It blends out beautifully. I'm currently wearing it on my face today. It looks very natural. This one I am actually not able to wear underneath foundation, whereas the Anastasia contour I can. And that's the only reason why I was using this. I hated the bronzer. Highlights were okay, but I never used them. So the only reason why I was keeping this was because this contour. So I figured, you know what? Let me bite the bullet. Let me buy the Anastasia contour stick. If I like it, it's not a bulky item that is just taking up room in my collection and I can get rid of this. And that's exactly what happened. So that one I am excited to let go of. Another item that I'm getting rid of, I'm not gonna open this. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Pressed Highlighter in Champagne Pop. This is the OG Champagne Pop. I've had this since the very beginning when she first launched this. It is shattered, and I realized that I have the OG formula in a trio, and I use it more often. So I'm actually gonna toss this, or I'll see if a friend wants to press this. I doubt they will, just because my friends are really not into makeup as much as I am, except for Rosa, but I doubt Rosa's gonna want this. So Rosa, if you do, let me know in the comments, because I know you watch my videos. I mean, shatter century, so yeah. Another item that I'm getting rid of, I don't know if I have 2 of these in here or just the one, but this is the Essence Lash Princess False Lash Effect Mascara. This doesn't work for me. It crumbles on me, it doesn't give me the false lash effect. I've realized that I just hate this mascara, so that one I'm going to be tossing. I talked about this in my project pan, but I'm getting rid of my ColourPop Super Shock eyeshadows. I have Desert, Bandit, Cornelius, and Mittens. They're very difficult to blend. I'm just not a fan of the ColourPop eyeshadows. Now, I have not tried the pressed powder formula yet. Now that it's in Ulta, I may. Okay, an item that I picked up that I'm actually going to be returning because I didn't like it was the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipstick. This is in the shade Misconduct. I love this formula. This one, however, was patchy. No matter how many applications I put on, it was extremely patchy. I purchased this last week because I returned the Kat Von D contour kit. That was one that was going to be in this video, and I'll go into that next. But I thought I would go outside of the box and get like a burgundy shade because I think that would look beautiful with my hair. And while it is a beautiful shade, it's just really patchy. So I'm gonna return that and get another one. Let me know, guys, if you have a liquid lipstick or lipstick. I feel like I would prefer a lipstick that lasts all day, that is not patchy, and is a deep burgundy or vampy shade. Let me know in the comments. Something that's from Sephora, because I am returning that to Sephora, so I'd like to purchase it at Sephora and just do an exchange, but yeah, let me know. So the Kat Von D contour palette. I know everyone loves the Shade and Light contour palette. I don't. It's really patchy on my skin. I cannot blend it out. I was only using like 2 shades from there. I did not like the banana powders. I didn't like the top row at all. It just was a waste of money. Luckily, I was able to return it to Sephora. I'm just glad I don't have it in my collection. Let's talk about one that's gonna be really controversial. This one right here. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. I don't like this. I've used it maybe 3 times, 4 times. I mean, as you can see, it looks basically brand new. I don't like it. It's really patchy on me. I cannot blend them out. And then when I try to blend them out, it looks really muddy. I know I did a makeup look, I think it was last year for Valentine's Day. That was the first time and only time that I've used it that year. This year I used it maybe twice, and I don't like them. I really don't. The only eyeshadow shades that I love, and the whole reason why I was keeping this palette, was for Vermeer and Primavera. I believe one of these you can get as a single eyeshadow, so I will be doing that. But the other one, I'm just gonna have to try to find something that's a dupe. I never use this side. This side is so basic. You can find those shades in another palette. I really don't care for the formula. It reminds me a lot of Lorac, and it's very powdery. I don't see the hype, and I really was trying to convince myself that I love this palette because everyone else did, and I just don't. There are other items from Anastasia Beverly Hills that I truly love, but this one I can't stand by, and it aggravates me because I really want to love this as much as everyone else, but I hate it. A couple of brushes that I'm getting rid of. One is the Luxie 640 Pro Precision Tapered Brush. It's really flimsy. I'm just gonna give it to a friend. I have a friend of mine I'm gonna give it to. This one, I don't even know what the brand is, but I think it's Sonia Kashuk. I don't use it. I'm gonna get rid of it. Another one I got in a BoxyCharm box. This is the Royal and Lang Nickel Flat Top Foundation. I will never use this. Getting rid of that. This is the Real Techniques blush brush, and it's just too fat. It takes up a lot of space. I have other blush brushes that I love, so I'm getting rid of that one. And then another one is the e.l.f. contour brush. It doesn't really do it for me. It's just too stiff and I can't really blend anything in. So I'm getting rid of that. And then the final one is the crown brush. This is the Jumbo Kabuki fan brush. I almost kept this because this is hella soft, but I'm never gonna use it. I really am not. So I'm gonna get rid of that one. An eyeshadow palette that I'm getting rid of is the Tarte Rainforest of the Sea Volume 2 eyeshadow palette. This is what it looks like here. Super basic, nothing spectacular, doesn't really stand out to me. I will say, if you don't have any eyeshadows in your collection and you're looking for a basic eyeshadow palette, This one is great. Great pigmentation, great quality, blends out beautifully, but I have these in my collection, and honestly, I have things that I love more than this, and so I don't feel the need to keep it. I have two of these in my collection. One I got in BoxyCharm, and then this one I got from Gen Beauty. So this one I'm gonna give to a friend. The one from BoxyCharm, I'm going to sell. All right, another item I'm getting rid of is the Nubian palette by Juvia. It just doesn't work for my skin tone. This one has gone bad. It smells horrible. So I'm actually considering tossing it. Well, not that it smells horrible. No. No, that smells bad. It just didn't work for my skin tone. It reminds me of the Morphe eyeshadows, and maybe they've changed their formulation, but I purchased this back in the day when they first came out with eyeshadow palettes, and in all honesty, it reminds me of the Morphe eyeshadow palettes, and I'm not a fan of Morphe. I don't think that they live up to the hype that they have. Yes, they are inexpensive, but they are inexpensive for a reason. And yeah, I'm just not a fan of that. So I'm going to be getting rid of that one. Another eyeshadow palette that I'm getting rid of is the Velvet 59 Exotic Lotus palette. This is a beautiful palette. It just doesn't inspire me. They are pretty, they just are really difficult to work with. So I'm gonna be giving that to a friend. I'm gonna keep it for a video that you guys will see hopefully later on this week or next week. But for the most part, I'm gonna be getting rid of that. Another eyeshadow palette that I'm getting rid of is the Real Her 2 shadow palette in Do Your Squats. Now this is a beautiful, beautiful eyeshadow palette. However, this one is exactly the same as the Tarte Tartelette and Bloom palette. Now, as I mentioned, I am getting rid of my Tarte products, but I want to use up the products that I love. And that Tarte Tartelette and Bloom palette is my holy grail palette. I'm obsessed with that palette. I'm not getting rid of it just yet, but I am going to try to use it up. Hopefully, Tarte will get their act together, and then I can stop boycotting them and continue loving that palette. But because this is very, 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 very similar to that palette, I know most people will say, well, then why don't you just keep this one? Honestly, the Tarte Tartelette and Bloom palette is a little bit better than this one, and so I'd rather keep one that brings me happiness than one that I'm forcing myself to use. The other thing too, the Tartelette and Bloom palette, I use every single shade. This one, I've used Driven a little bit. I've used Limitless, Invincible, Indomitable, Unshakable, and that's about it. I don't use these for eyeshadows, and I use every single eyeshadow in the Tarte Tartelette and Bloom palette. So I don't see the purpose in keeping an eyeshadow palette that I'm not going to use. I'm gonna give this to a friend who I know is going to love this more than I will. These are the two Wet n Wild Color Icon blushes in Rose Champagne or Rosé Champagne and Apricot in the middle. They are beautiful blushes, don't get me wrong, but these do not last on my skin. If you're looking for a great blush, I would recommend trying these out, especially since they are like $3 to $5, super, super cheap. I would recommend trying it out on your skin. It just didn't work for me, unfortunately. I wanted to love them. The color is beautiful, but it doesn't last all day. So instead of it looking like a flush on my skin, within 2 hours, I'm gonna have to reapply blush, and it just doesn't seem worth it to me. So I'm gonna let those go. I have a bronzer that I'm letting go of just because it's just a little too orange for me. This is the Pure Bronzer in Mineral Glow. It looks just like that. I've already hit pan, or hard pan on this. Let me see if I can swatch it for you. I just picked up the wrong shade. That's it right there. It's just too orange for me, and honestly a little too yellow for me. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of this, so I'm gonna let that one go as well. I'm getting rid of this NYX Proof It Waterproof Eyeshadow Primer. I tried to use this up. This was originally going to be in my Project Pan video. I hate this. It does not work for my eyes. My eyes are super oily. It's the only part of my body that is oily. My eyeshadows crease. No matter how much I set my eyeshadows, no matter how little, how much of this product I use, my eyeshadows crease. So I'm gonna toss that one. I have some eyeshadows that I'm getting rid of. The first one is the NYX Prismatic Eyeshadow in Frostbite. This is a beautiful eyeshadow. I just know that I am never, ever, ever going to use this. Oh, it's so pretty. So pretty. Or maybe I'm gonna keep it. But this one I am going to let go of. This is the NYX, I think, Baked Eyeshadow in Vortex. It is beautiful. I just have things that are similar to this, and so I don't need to keep it in my collection. That's it right there. It's really pretty. It just doesn't really come out as vibrant as I would like it to be. Like when you swatch it on your finger, look how beautifully pigmented that is. And then when I swatch it right next to it, I'm not gonna even change it. It's just not as pigmented in my opinion. So I'm gonna let that one go. I have two brow products that I'm getting rid of. The first one is the Pixi Brow Powder Palette Shades of Brow. Now this has been great, and as you can see, I have hit major pan on this, but I have found a brow powder that works better for my hair at the moment. I just don't see the purpose in keeping a brow product if I'm not gonna use all of these shades. So while it is a great product, I'm gonna let it go. Another item I'm letting go of is the It Brow Powder in Universal Taupe. I received this in another one of my BoxyCharm videos. I was going to sell it because I was like, nope, it's not gonna work, but I figured, you know what? I went darker and I did a balayage. Maybe it'll work for my brows, and it's just too light. So I'm gonna give this to probably the friend. Actually, I am gonna give it to Whitney. Whitney, I'm gonna give this to you. I think that'll look beautiful in her eyebrows. This is the second highlight that I am getting rid of. This is the NYX Duochromatic Illuminating Powder Highlight in the shade Lavender Steel. First of all, it is broken. I found one that has become a holy grail staple if I want something that's a little unique and outside of the box. And that one is the Too Faced Diamond highlighter. I can't think of what it's called, but this, I used it again, and compared to that product, it's just really dull. And for a violet highlight, I would want it to be a little bit more luminescent, a little bit more vibrant, but not too vibrant where you've just got a streak of purple. It is light, but it's not light enough for my skin. So I feel like it creates kind of like a grayish cast on my skin. I don't know. Basically, all I'm saying is I'm not a big fan of this anymore, so I'm going to let that one go. The other setting spray that I'm getting rid of is the Ben Nye Final Seal Matte Makeup Sealer. This is a great setting spray. However, it's way too strong of alcohol for my skin. So I'm actually going to be giving this to one of my friends who is in charge of her theater company at her school. I'm gonna give this to them because I know that they will use this and love this. This is the NYX Epic Ink Liner, and this is in the shade Black. I had two of these. One was brand new, and this one I was trying to use up. I hate this. It transfers to my lower lash line. Everyone says that it is comparable to the Kat Von D Trooper Liner. Even I convinced myself that it is, but guys, yes it is, but this one transfers. So this is a product that I am decluttering. I returned the other box, but yeah, I'm tossing that one. I have an eyeshadow base that I am getting rid of, and this is the LOC by Tati Night Owl. This is the only one and done shadow stick that I was keeping. I just don't wear it, and I don't see the need of keeping it. If you want me to do an updated makeup collection video, let me know, but I'm really honing down on the products that I love. I just want to find items that make me happy and that I'm going to use all the time, and there's a lot of items that I'm keeping in my collection just to keep. This is one that I was just keeping just to keep, and I'm going to let it go. The last items that I'm going to be sharing with you are all lipsticks, or lip products I should say. So the first two, they're by Marc Jacobs. This is a great formula. These particular shades, I have one already that's opened, and this one's opened as well. And then this one just doesn't work for my skin tone. So this particular shade in Marc Jacobs lip cream is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. It's beautiful. It is absolutely gorgeous. I already have it. I know I'm not gonna get through it. It's a beautiful pink, so I'm going to give that to a friend. And then this one is the So Rouge, and it's Lamarck. It's a beautiful red. I almost kept it, but it just doesn't work for my skin tone, and it doesn't work with my hair color. So I'm gonna give that to a friend as well. I've got two products by Nude Sticks that I'm going to give away. These are the Magnetic Matte Lip Color and Intense Matte Lip and Cheek Pencils. I have it in Purity and Rose. I just do not like the way that these look on me. Well, the color is beautiful. I will say that. The colors of these are gorgeous. Oh my gosh. And they're so creamy on my hands, but when I put them on my lips, it's like the Sahara Desert. They dry out, they crumble, they don't last as long as I would like them to. I don't fully see the hype in the Nude Sticks, so yeah, I'm gonna be letting those go as well. They just do not work for my lips. Two other items I'm gonna be getting rid of. These are the Smashbox Always On Liquid Lipsticks. I love this formula. My friend gave me these two particular shades, but they don't work for my skin tone. One is like a violet purple. It's so beautiful, almost like a fuchsia violet. And then this one is a hot pink. And I thought maybe this one would work for me, but it's a little too light. Here, let me do a little swatch for you. Well, see, even on my hand, it looks really vibrant fuchsia, but on my lips, it's a hot, like Barbie doll pink. I'm not a fan of that. So I'm gonna be getting rid of these and getting those to a brand new home. I got another liquid lipstick. This is the Wet n Wild Liquid Catsuit Lipstick, and this is in the shade Give Me Mocha. It's a beautiful formula. Mine went bad. I only had this for a year. Normally they do have expiration dates, but this one does not. But y'all, ooh, it does not smell good. I'm getting rid of that one and tossing that one. And then the final items that I'm getting rid of are all of my Beauty Bakery liquid lip whips. These are beautiful shades. They crumble. No matter how much I try to follow the owner's tutorial, they still don't work for me. And I eat oily products. I love my oils. I love olive oil. I love oily salad dressings. These just don't work with that. And it gives you that butthole lip and they crumble on me. So I'd rather give these to a good home. They are beautiful, beautiful shades. So I'm gonna give these to friends and see if they will love them. But yeah, those don't work for me. So I'm gonna calculate how many items I'm getting rid of and I will get back to you in just a second. Okay, so I tried to calculate it. Now there were some items that I did return. So I believe that I am decluttering 46 items. Editing Brie, let me know if that number is higher, but 46 items are getting out of my collection. Let me make sure. Oh, 47. I missed a blush. I'm really excited to just slowly dwindle down my collection. Now, I did want to do a video for you guys, which I think I'm going to post. It's really exciting. But what it is basically I'm comparing last year's makeup collection to this year's makeup collection as far as numbers are concerned. And you guys are going to be blown away by the number. I'm so proud of myself. Basically, I've gotten rid of at least double the items I think of my collection, which is incredible. And for those of you who collect makeup like I used to do.
So that awkward moment when either you didn't realize that your camera cut you off or you deleted the extra film. I do not have an outro or the end of this video, but basically what I was saying was that for those of you who collect makeup or like I used to, you know how difficult it is to dwindle down your makeup collection. There's some that hold memories, there's some that you've had since the very beginning, and then there's those that you're wondering, what if I use it again? But it feels really great and just kind of, I don't know, like a burden lifted off your shoulders when you really declutter the items that you don't really necessarily like or you don't love and just have a collection that truly makes you happy. But yeah, guys, that is it for this video. Let me know what other kind of videos you would like to see this year. And with that being said, I hope you have an amazing week. Stay blessed and know that you are beautiful both inside and out. Have a great day, guys.